And hello, welcome to my channel, Shine Star Collections, and today is my Atiny anniversary. It is June 29th. You most likely will not see it on June 29th. You'll probably see it on the following days, but I am filming on the 29th, so that counts for something. But anyway, so I'm going to go through my entire ATEEZ collection of photo cards. I am not going to go through anything else. You can watch my past videos. That hasn't really changed too much, except for like the fan kits. And I haven't got my recent fan kit, but I think it's coming Monday or tomorrow. So if it comes tomorrow, you will see that in a separate video. But all the other stuff I have, no. We're just gonna go through my photo cards mostly because that's what's most important. If you've been keeping score, then you know that I have over 3,000 ATEEZ cards, so they are definitely the old. And if you've also been keeping up with me, you know that I've changed most of my ATEEZ cards to the Prism Platinum, or excuse me, the old bias binders. And I absolutely love what I did. So if you missed me changing everything over and stuff like that, then this is a good catch up. So all right, so I am still standing because I want to see how bad the glare is going to be. I got a new tripod and I have new lighting, but unfortunately the glare is not going to be a whole lot better because my overhead light is kind of reflecting off the camera. So I'm trying to see if I can get it to be any better, but I don't know. I have the wrong binder here. This is not the right binder. I have to start with Treasure, but let me see how bad. It's not too bad, but let me get the right binder. Let's close this one for a second. But I thought when I saw the color sleeves that this was the right one. Okay. You're like, wait a minute, how did it change? It changed because I brought out the wrong binder. Alright. So this is my Treasure binder. Okay. I am sorry for the glare. I'm going to apologize in the beginning because I put CDs under it and everything to see if I can get it to go away, but it's just not happening. So I apologize for that in the beginning. But here is the Treasure binder. So what I recently did was I changed my Treasure. All of my ATEEZ cards used to be in plain binders, but when Oat Bias was changing from their Prism Platinum brand, their binders were all on sale. So I did grab another set. My husband bought me 2 sets, and then I bought another set when they went on sale. So now I have 3 Oat Bias double binders, double A4 binders. So when that happened, I decided, hey, I want to move my whole ATEEZ collection, especially these cards, because these cards are pretty rare now. These are their debut cards. So I was only going to do these, but then I decided to go with everything. So pretty much everything except for a few POBs and most of the larger inclusions are now in my old bias binders. So yes, so this is my Atiny anniversary. I've been in Atiny since 2020, and my first, for those of you who are new here, my first era was Inception era. I actually was introduced to ATEEZ from my daughter. My daughter was a big K-pop fan. She still is, but not as big as me. Like, I'm a bigger K-pop fan in the house. So, she introduced me to ATEEZ. I naturally got into K-pop through BTS. And it's like, you know, I still love BTS, but kind of when the ATEEZ came along, that's when I decided to go all in with K-pop. Because at first, I was kind of a casual listener, and I used to listen to, you know, we watched a lot of BTS's content because that was during COVID. So we watched a lot of BTS's content and everything. I didn't collect BTS's cards. I actually only own, what is it? Well, we own 2 BTS albums in the house, but I only actually own the Dark and Wild album because that's my favorite. And then my daughter has the Mott 7 album. But I think she has the Love Yourself album too. I'm not sure. But when ATEEZ came along, they just took over everything, and that's when I decided to collect cards. And that was like November of 2021. So, and that was right after Deja Vu era. Yeah, I think that was right after Deja Vu. So I went back and back collected for Treasure. This is my, actually, yes. Is it this one or this one? Or is it both of them? I just know that, I think it was this one. This was my first ATEEZ album that I bought, and I got this off of eBay for like $40, and it included all 8 of these cards. So that's kind of how the mess started with ATEEZ. And it just exploded from there. I've been now collecting ATEEZ it'll be 4 years in November. And a lot of these cards have stories of where they came from, how much they cost. But like I said, I wanted to keep, oh, and also some of the cards in the middle are Lomo cards or messenger cards. So they're not actual cards, but they match with the other cards. And that's why I put them in there. But yeah, I felt that because the reason why I changed over from regular binders to the Prism, the alt bias binders, is because a lot of these cards are rare, and because KQ doesn't reprint albums, they're out of print. So I wanted to keep them protected well. So I did keep them in the Dragon Shields, and actually the hollow sleeves that are on them are not really for protection. They're for aesthetic purposes. So yeah, but they are well protected in the alt bias pages, and I absolutely adore them. So really appreciate that. This I just put in here because these are from the Can magazine. They did. It's a Japanese magazine, and because these are flimsy in paper, I decided to put these in here anyway. So yeah, so those are that. And then these are basically my best sets, my best OT8 sets, the ones I really wanted to keep protected and preserved. So these those are from the perfume set from quite long ago, even before I started standing. These are Dear My Muse, I think. Yeah, I think these are Dear My Muse, but this is definitely from Fever Part 3. And then these are also from Fever Part 3, or is it from, no, this is from Epilogue, my bad. These are from Epilogue, and I want to say these are Make Star. Yeah, these are Make Star. I love this set. This is also from Epilogue. I want to say this is Everline. I remember most of these because they're like, they've been with me for so long that I kind of remember them. Is that Apple Music or Hello A2? Doesn't say on the back, but I want to say this is Apple Music. If it's wrong, I'll correct myself. I want to say that's the Apple Music set. This is from World Era. This is definitely Make Star. And then this is K-Pop Store. Remember these? Or is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. K-Pop Store. This is from Movement also. I was just telling someone how I wish that they would do holo cards again, because I love holo cards. This is one of my favorites. This is the Sleepy Time set. I want to say this is from Will? Yeah, this is from Will. This is the From set. So I love this set so much. So put that one in there. And the last one is Flower and Gun. So this is from Movement. And the reason why I have these back here, these are always going to be the last ones in this binder, because their backs are on it. So, so they'll always be the last set. Who I'm adding to this binder is the, if you watch my haul, which you most likely will see before you see this video, that set is going in here. So it's like for some of my favorite or best sets that I definitely want to keep protected. Not that I don't want to keep all of them protected. I'm just saying, if they're one of the more expensive sets that I bought, then I want to put them in here. Okay. So that was for that binder. And because I want to keep Treasure in good shape, I don't want to like continue to add to this binder too much. So I think I removed, did I have Fever? I think I have Fever in here with Treasure, and I decided to move it because I just don't want these crushed. But I think they would have been okay, but I'm just taking extra precautions because it's the Treasure cards. So that was the first binder, and then the next binder. Now it's the blue one's turn. I have two of them. I actually have one of the lighter one, but I have two of the darker blues. Again, I apologize for the glare. If you see a glare in there, I'm so sorry. Okay. If you have any questions about any of the cards, let me know. I'm not going to remember every single set. Some of them I do. Some of them I don't. But if you do see them, then must let me know. These are from Fever. Now, Fever Epilogue is in front because I wanted to start out with a set, because I tried to put them in, I was at first trying to put them in order like A Diary Z, but, or A, what was it? A Diary Z. And I decided not to do that anymore. I was more interested in putting like same clothing together to kind of make them look better. So that's why I put this one in the front. And I think this is Hello A2, I want to say, for Epilogue. Now here's Fever 2. So see, this is what I did. This because they're wearing the same outfits. These are the album cards, and these are Yes 24, I want to say. Mingy was missing for this comeback, so in its place I have like just some Lomo group cards that I put in there. So yes, these are all Fever. And I'm thinking that there's a Make Star set. I think it's a Make Star Holo. I actually do have the cards saved on Neokio. I just haven't bought them, but they're the ones that match this outfit, so I'll eventually get to getting them, I guess. And this one, see them a little bit better. This is, oh my God, I always forget what this is. I'll put it up there, but this is one of my favorite sets for Fever 2. It's not an album card set, it's a pop set. I wanted to put this in as a bridge to Fever 3. So here's Fever 3 here. These are all album cards. These are Lomos here, so this is not an actual card set. This is a Lomo card set. And here, that was Eternal Sunshine, and here's Deja Vu. So there you go. And there's those. This is Wonderwall, so this matches with this one. And so like I said, I put this in here as because they were wearing the same outfits. Otherwise, this would have been that other binder I just showed you. Here's the Soft Boyfriend concept. And now we go into Fever Epilogue. So most of these are the album cards. Now we're going into movement. So this is World Movement. And like I said, these cards are actually pretty inexpensive. You can still find world cards, a lot of them for like $1 or $3. But it just didn't make sense to me to have like just Treasure in the Old Bias binder and not have the other ones in there. So that's the reason why they all got moved. But yeah, at least they are well protected. There might be $1 or $3 cards, but they are protected well on these. And again, these are the hollow sleeves from K-Pop Stationery. They're not Prism Platinum or All Bias. And here's these blasted IDs. So I did put these in here. I tried to put them, it was the hardest thing to do too. Put them in Captain and then age order. And these are naturally Meow Cafe pages. So I will never get a sponsorship from either one of these. I'm mixing their products up, and that's okay. That's fine. Because I just like the way it looks. I do like the Meow Cafe pages just as much as I like the Old Bias pages. So that's why I've mixed and matched them. And this is the beginning of spin-off here. So again, they're in Dragon Shields, and they're in K-Pop double sleeve with K-Pop Stationery sleeves. I am thinking that I will just change the pages to 9 pocket pages, even though I do like the 8 pocket pages a lot. But I am thinking of changing them just so they'll be the same. So I think I actually had, these in that other binder. And I switched it because it was looking a little too full, and this one still had a little room. And these cards are thick because a lot of these cards are the kind of like the old Lucky Draw cards, real thick, the credit card. So yeah. And if you want to ask me like what kinds, I think these are like the night version. K-Pop Stationery hollow cards. So if you want to ask me what sleeves or whatever, then let me know, as I've never did that listing I was supposed to do for all my supplies. So yes, please ask. The middles are Old Bias though, so they're not K-Pop Stationery. Okay, so that is the second binder. That was the rest of Fever and the beginning of the World era. And now we're going to move on to Outlaw. which is why the reason why I don't collect OTA album anymore is because of Outlaw. Why did I move those? Because that binder is really full. I just noticed that. I'm like, why did I move that? I don't know. I probably will, I think Golden Hour's in here too. Yeah, Golden Hour's in here too. So I'm thinking of getting another A4, just a single one for just Outlaw. Because Outlaw was the last era that I collected all album cards. So I'm thinking of getting just one just for Outlaw, to make them separate. So, but for right now, here's Outlaw. These are not all the Outlaw cards. And that's another reason why I want to get another binder, is I actually have the Outlaw cards in another binder. The image cards and all that. These are, I think these are still, yeah, they're in K-pop stationery also. But as you can see, they are in the Meow Cafe pages. I just really like the way, this one's fine. I like the way the 8s look with this one. Because they're all 8 pocket pages. But like I said, for the last one, I might switch it to the 9 pocket pages just so they all be the same. But I'll leave the IDs in those side-by-side ones. This is Will. So Will is when I started to collect less for the ATEEZ album cards. So now I just collect like the main photo book versions, and we didn't have a photo book this time around. We'll have one for the repackage. But I had started just collecting the photo book version, so that made it very easy. And I was able to collect, like, since they do Hello 82 versions and US versions, I was collecting the photo book version cards and also the Hello 82 and US exclusive cards, and then maybe a couple more. Here's Golden Hour Part 1, so that's what I did for those as well. And since we are guaranteed to get at least, I don't know if Golden Hour Part 3 is going to be the last Golden Hour album. I'm thinking it'll be at least one more before they turn over to a new era. But we'll see. So yeah, so these are all Golden Hour Part 1. And then we go into Golden Hour Part 2. These are, what is this? This is the Work to Live. So I put this as a bridge to Golden Hour Part 2. So that's the US exclusive Pearl version. And then these are all the versions. Yay. And then I put the Target version in the back. So this is where I'll start Golden Hour Part 3. Since we didn't have a photo book for the first version of the album, most likely I will just put an 8 pocket of the Chew cards, and then whatever else I get, well, I'm thinking I'm going to collect at least three polka sets. I did order a bunch of polka sets from one of my Go managers, so as long as I have an OTA set, they'll probably go in here. Okay, so that was all the album cards. I will go through the pop binder before I start getting to my member sets. So that's the next binder we're gonna go into. So these are all the other pops. So they're still in my old setup with my BCW pages. They're not double sleeved, but so they're not really in any kind of order. They're just kind of in here. This I think is from Will, I want to say. Let's see. Or is it Golden Hour Part 1? Let me see what they're from. This is Will because of the back. This is mini record. So I just put this in the front. So moving some of those POB sets out of here did give me a little bit of space. So I do have some room in here to, not too many, but to put a few more in here. So this is Sonara and Apple Music from Will. This is the travel set. I got rid of the other OTA sets, but I kept, because I used to have New York, Chicago, and California. I kept Chicago, and I just have my bias line for the other two. And then this one is only the, I want to say this is Hello 82, because I got rid of the rest of them and just kept my bias line. This is from Movement. This is Wonderwall, I think. I think this is Wonderwall too. That's from Spinoff. That was the ring pop or jewelry versions. That was the Hello 82 cards. This is from Outlaw. I want to say this one is Soundwave, I think. And then this was the US exclusive for Outlaw. This one is, what's this? Like, wait a minute, what's this? This one is, oh, this is a Tower Records set. Okay, I remember now. This is a Tower Records set. And now we get into Will. Ooh. So this is the US exclusive and Hello 82. This, I believe, was Target. And then these, was a Target exclusive, or I don't remember. This is another favorite set, actually. I think this was a Target exclusive. If I found out, I'll put them up in the edits. Told you I don't remember all of them. This is for Will. I want to say this is Apple Music for sure. The Chew, I want to say that's mini record. I think this one's mini record also. And then this one is Hello Live. I do remember this one for sure. And this is the rest of, wait, yes, some of these are the rest of the Bouncy or Outlaw cards. This is from Golden Hour Part 1. This was Makestar, I think. But these are the rest of them. So that's why I kind of want another binder. So these are all the member sets, as we got, remember we got like all 8 members and they all had 6 cards. They had 6 regular cards, and then they also had the image cards. So they all have 9 pocket pages. And then we have all the polkas that we had. We had 8 sets of polkas. It was about 200, what was it, 272, I think was the final count. So this is the reason why I don't collect OTA album cards anymore, because KQ really, really got to me. And these are the little stickers too. So yeah. And these cards are, well, some of them, most of them are really cheap. But depending on member, like I've still seen like San and Sungwa's cards are still $5 or $10, which is ridiculous. But this is all of them. And then This is Will. Yeah, some of these are Will. So these are like the polka. Same thing with these, like the polka cards, like the digipack cards. And then what's this? Oh, these are just other sets. This is like the Japanese set, I believe. And this is from Golden Hour here. So this is like the polka. And then one of them I think is a Tower Record set or something. And same thing with this one, the polkas and Tower Records. So yeah. So that's what Daddy-O's. Okay. So that's pretty much, I want to say that is all of my OT8. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's all of my OT8 sets for ATEEZ. Now we're going to get into the member versions, and I will show you what I did recently. And it's really like the Japanese and merch card binder. So this is like Season's Greetings, the fan kit, all that. So see, I have all their IDs here. So I'm going to have another ID coming. I guess it's centered. Again, sorry for the glare. These are the cards from fan kit. So I wasn't in Atiny for the first fan kit and the first Season's Greetings. So I started with the second ones. This was during Fireworks era. This was also during Mengi's hiatus, but Mengi is here in the fan kit. And then this was the cards that we got with the oh my god, I'll put it on the screen because it was basically a little mini movie they did. So it was still during COVID, so they did a lot of online stuff. This was for their ATEEZ anniversary, the second one. So here, 2 years with ATEEZ. This is fan kit number 3, I want to say. And this is Season's Greetings. So this is when they did the prom set. So that's both sets. And this is for fan kit number 4, which was the fantasy one, or the tarot one. This was the best set to me. I love this set. And this is Season's Greetings. I finally have the other set, so it will go in here when I do the storing video. Here's Season's Greetings, the last one. This is from, they usually do it a year ahead, so this would have been 2025. This is the rock set, and this is my favorite Season's Greetings set. And here is the fan kit, the last one. So this was 5th gen fan kit. So what we have coming right now is 6th gen. The hotkey set, that's what that was. This is summer photo book from, I just did the cards. So yeah, this is the last one. I think this is the last summer photo book they did. And then, so we get into some other sets. This is for Auto Radio. This is my set from Soundcheck when I went to go see them in 2022. I love this set. I actually want to put this set in that other binder because this set is pretty special to me. I want to say this is a DVD set for their Break the Wall DVD. So that's what these are. This is the transit cards. They used to do transit cards. They did them for 2 eras. So I did OT8 for epilogue, and I only did bias line for when I did them for movement. And this is Pacific, so this is one Pacific set, and that one's blank. We'll put something there. I'm sure I'll find something to put there. But I also moved, they used to be in a clear binder, but since I had moved out so many sets out of this binder, I had more room. So I just put the Japanese cards in here, as I really don't collect the Japanese cards that much. So I put what I had in here. This is Limitless. This is Not Okay. They did way too much for Not Okay, so I just collected what I could find that was a decent price. I'm more for Not Okay than everybody else, as I did Paradigm, and I didn't do, I don't think I did any OTA sets for Paradigm. I basically just did like my favorite cards. But yeah, they did way too much for Not Okay. And this was a Japanese set, so I put this in here too, and it's for birthday. So that was the last one, and the rest of this is like, a lot of this is like larger inclusions and stuff. That was in my Japanese binder. So these were part of that SKY magazine. These I actually need to sleeve in those alt bias binders, because these were, well, a lot of them I paid like $9 or $10 for, but I think some I paid like $17 for, and I know I paid like almost $30 for San. So I need to put these in the alt bias binder. But they are gorgeous. I don't see these anywhere anymore, so they're pretty rare now. These are the Limitless cards, and these are also Limitless cards. Here's some older things I got from Neokyo before I started standing. So as you can see, this is like from their first one. That's Limitless. And this is from Inception era. So a lot of these are, they call them bromides. So they're basically prose cards. This is from A to Z. I got a lot of stuff from A to Z. That's when I really like was collecting. So yeah. I spent a ton on A to Z. Remember, I spent a lot on A to Z. Like, that was the most I had spent on a Japanese comeback was on A to Z. Definitely didn't do that for Dreamers. I have probably nothing for Dreamers. Let's have a few things here and there that I got. A lot of this stuff off Neokyo. Yeah. That's pretty much it. That's Beyond Zero. That's Rocky. So a lot of this stuff is mostly bias line, but you have like Mingi, and I have Hanjun in here. Yep, yeah, Hanjun here too. So, okay. So that is the Japanese and merch things. So my new fan kit stuff will go in here. I really, really wish I could find, I mean, I'll start a new page naturally, but it's just the cutest thing for them to all be like this. I think I'm just going to continue the tradition, because they do have, I think it's, Meow Cafe, I think, has some actual, or is it K-pop stationery? One of them has sleeves for the IDs, but I kind of like them like this. So I'll probably leave these like this, and maybe I'll get the actual sleeves for the IDs for the next one, because it's only one for right now. So yeah, but I like them like that. Okay. I will show the larger inclusions binder too, but that's going to be last, because I hate larger inclusions. Okay, okay. We'll start with And shares a binder, I want to say, with Hanjun and Jongho, I think. That's who shares a binder with. Okay. So here's I am now proclaiming that I am triple biased. So it's just been getting me like big time. He's been in my bias line for a very long time. This might be surprising because if you've been following my channel for a while, I did downsize, a while back, and I talked about this yesterday with someone who was biased, who is biased. But I love all 8 of them, of course, but I had to add to like the old bias part of my bias line. So I am officially coming out as triple bias. This is my 3rd bias. Him and Yosan just been fighting too much, and I was just like, okay, fine. I'll just add you to the main part of the bias line. So I am triple biased. I have a bias line of 5. Leave me alone, Mingy. And I have my 3 alts for ATEEZ. That's Seonghwa, Yosan, and So I did make some changes. You'll see what I did in a minute. But for right now, this is Yuno's binder. Yuno's part of this binder, rather. Yeah, he just he's just really been trying me. He's been trying me for a long time, but I just finally just gave up the ghost, because I look for his cards just as much as I look for Seonghwa and Yosan's now. If it's not too expensive for me to claim all 3 in a go, I do. And I did want to do this for this era, but he has been gone for each and every card I wanted to try to get. So I'm just going to have to pick him up along the way. But these are the cards I have for him. This is not all of them, but this is a lot of the cards I have for him. If you've been following, you know about my Golden Hour Part 2 pages. And how I wanted this look all on the same page. So this is a big reason why I am now triple biased, is these cards. I just love these cards. And he is like definitely just one of like, they're all my favorites. I have to like say that. I love all 8 of ATEEZ, but like the 3 of them get me more than anybody else. So that's the reason why they are the tops of my bias line. Like lately, like I said, Jongho, Mingy. But yeah. And then there's Hongjun. Well, here's Hanjun also, so he's in here. And then there's baby Jongho. So Jongho with the, when we started getting in my goals for this era, for this part of Golden Hour Part 3, you're going to see a lot of him in that backwards cap, because I think I claimed at least 6 of those backwards cap cards, and I want all of them, I think. So these are the cards that are not paired up or matched, so you'll see his other binder soon. And these are some empties. I'll actually go on and show you the other binder before I go into the other all bias binder. See, this is Jongho's Bear binder. What I decided to do is, even though as much as I love this binder, I want to put Jongho in a bigger binder because I'm running out of space here, as you can see. Got a little bit of space in the back, but not a lot. But because I have picked up a lot more of Jongho's cards along the way, I want to put him in a better binder. So, as much as I love this bear binder because it is so Jongho, I have decided to move him into, and it doesn't really matter which one. I kind of really want an A5 Prism Platinum binder, or all bias binder, because I like it with the covers. But I want to say that Meow Cafe also has an A5 with a slip cover. So doesn't matter which one. I just, I rather have them in a bigger binder, so he'll have more space to grow. I usually pick up Jongho at the end of the era, but like I just said, because of the backwards cap, I have picked up at least 6 of them, and I plan on picking up more. So they're gonna take up a lot more space. So baby is gonna get a bigger binder. So this will probably be the last time you'll see him. I'll go in the store what I got in here because I do have Jongho's to store. But when I start getting my goes in, I will probably go in and switch him to a bigger binder. He will eventually get switched, so he won't be staying here for much longer. But this is my Maknae. I absolutely adore him. And I just want him to have a better space, a bigger space, since I'm always picking up his cards at the end of an era, or I pick up his cards during a go. Let's see how cute. Oh my god, just cute. Cute, cute, cute. So yeah. So see, I got a little bit, but not much. See, his binder's kind of bursting. So I need more space for Jongho. So we're gonna move him out of this binder, and I'll find another use for the bear binder at some point, but it's not too important. Okay. This is for Wooyoung, Sunny, and Mingy. So Wooyoung is part of the bias line as well. Like I said, they all try me ever so often. But you know what's the one trying me more? So that's the reason why I'm officially now triple biased. But, I'm OT all day. I love all of them. So I just collect a little bit more for other members than I do of some. I do try to pick up Wooyoung as much as possible, but Wooyoung is pricey sometimes. And he can get just as pricey as Sunny or Seonghwa. So I have to kind of temper my buying with Wooyoung sometimes. But I try to get, the cards I really love for Wooyoung. Like, this one's one of my favorites. Then I mostly put Wooyoungs by aesthetic or hair color. Yeah, I have these. So I did a whole page, kind of like what I did with I did a whole page in this white suit outfit. And then this black outfit. So I'll move this, but this is one of my favorites, the Rockstar card. And this one is the long hair page, so I think I'll be able to complete it now. And then there's my Wooyoung cards there. I love when they pair them up, so there they are. And I have some room here. What I did is that I have a full 9 pocket on both sides page for Wu Young, and I did it so I could flow right into Redhead San's page, because we might never see Redhead San again because he didn't like his red hair. So yeah, so I just put them together, Wu San together with red hair. And here's the rest of Sonny's cards. I am a black hair San enthusiast, but I did love that red hair. And I also love him in blonde hair, too. There. And here's Mingy. He's my troublemaker here. So I did try to put some cards together if they were the same, with the hair color, or here with the cowboy outfit from Bouncy. This was supposed to be like a hat page, but I'd never grab more hats for Mingy, so I just added these others. And there's some other things here, and there's a couple of units for Mingy. Why are you back here? You should probably be up there. Here, let me move it. So as you can see, this binder has room. But because I don't really collect San and Mingy too much, I mostly collect Wu Young. It says Wu Young's expensive. This binder is not going to grow too fast. So yeah. But that's the other reason why I want Jung-ho to have his own space, is because Yuno is going to grow faster than Hanjun. And so Yuno and Hanjun will have that binder to themselves, because Yuno's going to grow faster. And, we'll, ever so often buy a Hanjun card if I really love it, like the chain card I bought. So, okay. So if you remember the last time that I showed this binder, it was empty. But it is not empty anymore. I'll show you what I did. I still haven't finished putting it together, so everything is still, parts of it are still in the plastic. So since I'm officially triple biased, here we go. So I did go through all of their binders and put them together as a triplet set. These sleeves that I used are Old Bias sleeves, or what used to be Prism Platinum sleeves. Since they sent me a bunch in different colors, I decided to use them for my top 3. So here they are. So I went through all their binders and pulled out cards where I had all 3 of them, and I think I did a pretty good job, because all these are, they're not from the same eras, but they're pretty aesthetically pleasing as a page together. Like, I think, what is this? This is Fever 3, this is Epilogue, and this is Movement. So, and then this is Will. This was from Merchandise set, and this is from Outlaw. And this is Pacific. I forgot which one this is. Is this Everline or Makestar or something? About this one, and then this one's from Fever Epilogue. So yeah, so they're not in order. They're just put together for aesthetics. There's Golden Hour Part 1. And these are the Atiny Zone cards. Or are they the merch cards? These are the merch cards, actually, when you bought too much merchandise. So yeah, I had top 3 for that. And then movement and epilogue. So yeah. And then this is all Pacific. So that one, and then these. So I changed colors. I only changed colors because I ran out of pink sleeves, and I changed the purple and put these together. So I put some of their units in here together. So these are from Golden Hour Part 2. These are from Epilogue, and these are from Outlaw. These are from Golden Hour Part 2. So I did like kind of destroy some pages in the other binders to put the three of them together. But because I have, because I'm starting, since I have officially embraced that I'm triple biased, I'm going to start getting all three of them together. So from pretty much from the older eras, these are pretty much it. You know, so I don't want to go just start buying older cards just because. I'm just gonna start collecting them as three now, if I can find them. I won't do that with everything. Some of them I'm still gonna go ahead and just collect my Sungwon Yosan together, because that's what I'm doing longer. And this is my bridge. My bridge to the other three is this. So that's the top 5. That's the whole bias line. So that will always be in the middle. And then here is what I used to call my 3 amigos, because I was collecting, because I am collecting Sungwon Yosan's top 2. So these are the pages I put together before. So I just moved them in here with the other ones. These are all crooked. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do from now on. Like I said, I won't be doing them for all of the pages or cards. I will mostly still be collecting Yosan and Sungwon as a duo, but I am gonna start doing some 3 pages and put them in here, just because I just like the way they look in a 9 pocket. They look fantastic in a 9 pocket. So that doing this will also save me from how much I've done for the top 2 also. So I think it's a win. I buy most of Yuno's cards anyway, so I mean it's a win to me. It's not, in a way it is a bad financial decision, but at the same time it's a good one, because it will save me some space. And by doing the 3 of them with some of them, I won't be taking up all the space in the duo binders, which I'm about to show you. Okay, so there we go. Okay. So yeah, it's just spread all over the place, and that's okay. All right. So yeah, so that's like, I don't know, we just call it the bias line binder, I guess, since that's pretty much my binder, my bias line is those 5. Okay. Before I go through all of my larger inclusions, it is my top 2. So it's my duo. They're the reasons why I have so many binders for ATEEZ, because most of them belong to them. So this is binder number 1. So I used to have this split, but what this is that it's my most expensive duo cards, or the duo cards I wanted to keep together, and then all the cards that I don't have paired are in the back. So these are like some of my more expensive cards. The first set was the Treasure MMTs. These are from Outlaw. These are the Yizhu cards, and then these are the From cards here. This card is probably the most expensive card on this page. And then these are the broadcast cards from that era. These are Season's Greetings, the regular cards, and these were the, what was this? This is KQ? Wait. I want to say this was the KQ version. I don't remember. And then this is the unit, and then this one is from Fever 3, K-Pop Store Hollow. And then these were all from, well, I know these are from Fever 3, but, or these are from Fever 3. I believe both of these are from Epilogue. I know this one's from Epilogue for sure. But yeah, these are pretty expensive page here. A lot of these cards were over $50. This one wasn't. This one was $25. Because someone I used to know in the Atiny community sold it to me for $25. And I believe he was $25 also. But the rest of these cards were over that. So, and then we have I think this was the Stamp PC. If you've been following me, you know the story about me having 2 of those because I was afraid it wouldn't come. I sold the other one to my friend Vicky. I finally got the card that actually matches this because for a long time I didn't have the correct card, but in the last Neokyo haul I did get the correct card and I put them in here. I think this is Soundwave. I think. This is ATEEZ, I think, because I always forget what the name of the card is, but this is ATEEZ, and this is MMTs from Fever 3. And these are, no, these are Wonderwall, and these are, they're probably just Make Star or something, aren't they? Oh no, these are Valentine's. The Valentine's, and then these are K-Pop Store, I think. Those are from Movement. I want to say one of these is from K-Pop Store, and the other one's Make Star, I think. That's how it goes. And those are the other Treasure MTs from Wave era, but I put them with Music Art. And the only reason I put them together is because they're flowery, summery. Isn't this specific cards? So, and here's my very expensive pink bunny card for Sunghwa to go with the rest of these. So it's from Witness era. And these are also from Witness era. So that card, I bought that card with the pink bunny card from a seller in Europe. If you know the story, you know how long they took to get to me. It would scare the crap out of me because I spent like damn near, what is it, $180 for those 2 cards. So yeah, so that's why they're in here. But the rest of these, they're not too expensive. I mean, you might find these cards for about $40 or $50, these. But yeah, that's the most expensive card on the page. And since I put, with the other 2 I had here, I have these here by themselves. So I'll find something to put there with these 2. But these are from, I think these are from also, I want to say, these 2. Let me see. Yeah, From Store. And these are mini records. So we'll find something to put with those. Okay. So these are their singles. So these are cards that are dupes or they're not paired. And that's very rare with Sungwon Yosan. So it's even more rare with Sungwon. Because when I first started collecting Sungwon Yosan as a pair, Yosan was the card I got more of because unfortunately Yosan is not picked up as much as Sungwon is. So Yosan has the most cards of all of my ATEEZ members overall. But Sungwon's second. So yeah, I do have quite a bit of Sungwons now. So I started with just with Yosan, and then I started to add Sungwon to the mix. I kind of caught him up with most of the cards I could find for not so decent prices. Because some of the cards I tried to find to match up with Yosan were pretty expensive. But some of them I don't have just because I really didn't care to spend that much money on them. So I can think of a couple. The strawberry card, I'll put a picture up there. That's from Fever 2. As much as I love it, I've never found it for less than $100. And if I did, it was claimed to go already. So, oh, here's Yosan's page. This is from his birthday set from last year. And then this is from the Work to Live. And then, so a lot of these cards are from older eras. Like I said, I started collecting Yosan fully at first. I collected all his album cards, most of his pops, some of his Japanese cards. So that's the reason why he has more than everybody. Because he was so easy to collect. And he still is, which is in a way a blessing. But more people need to know how special Yosan is. I actually see a ton of Yosan collectors on YouTube. So I am so happy about that, that a lot of us are out there in the wild. So I love YouTubers that collect Yosan. I love that. So yeah, so that is his section. And you know, like I said, since I pretty much pair them all the time, or now that I'm triple biased, we'll try to put them together with this binder probably won't grow as fast, so I might just, I don't know, I was just thinking that I might move this. We'll see. I might just get, so I did look on the old buy site yesterday, and the only binder that they have in stock is the My Universe binders, which is the purple binders. I don't think they have single ones of these in stock. They might. I might have overlooked them, but we'll see. Okay, this is where they're gonna start growing out, but I'll show you the one that's pretty much full. But I did take some cards out when I moved some of the cards to match with I did make some space in here, so okay. Dang, I'm recording almost an hour. All right. Pretty much an hour. I was trying to move faster. That's why I'm not talking too much or getting into too much yapping. But it is a lot of binders, so yeah. But anyway, here they are. So a lot of them, I mean, some of them I did have, matched to with some of these. But I just love the way they look. So some of them I did not break up. I think I put these back in here because I had a whole empty spot here. But yeah. I finally have his other card. So when I store it, he'll go in there. Golden Hour. So they're not in any kind of order. As you can see, that's Golden Hour Part 2. So that's not even, you know, they're not in order. They're just together because they're wearing the same outfits. This is Golden Hour Part 1. And if you notice, I have them sleeved. I have them sleeved in Japanese size dragon shields. They're not double sleeved. And I kind of got into the habit of putting them in green and gold because I just like the way it looked. So this is how I've been sleeving them for quite a while now. But now that I'm doing, you know, with them, I'll probably just do like whatever color I have. I'm not going to worry about trying to keep up with the colors that the heavy. Is now I have a bunch of green gold sleeves. So when I do put the two of them together, I do have a bunch because I either move them with or I move them out in the other big binders, which you'll see in a second. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See, I took them out and I left space because this is for the Japanese cards. So whatever I have of the Japanese cards will go on starting from here. But since I don't really collect the Japanese cards, I don't have that many. And this is their larger inclusions back here. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. He is just all over the place. Okay. So this is the tickets from Outlaw era. Oops. For them. And then on the back is the D icon. Gonna have to get something to put them in so they'll stay still. I've been saying that for quite a while now. I just keep forgetting. And then these are the postcards from the Pacific. And, you know, these are some extra cards I had from Will. These are also from the Pacific. And then these were some of their larger inclusions that I got. So I just started putting them in here. Their pictures and stuff, so. I put some of the other members in here too because I don't want to buy a bunch of pages for large inclusions, so I just started putting them wherever I could find room. So that is that for that binder. And then we have the other binder, which is the other Prism, not Prism Platinum, Mandu Deco. The Mandu Deco binders. So these are the first binder. This was the first binder I bought for them to be separate from everybody. Was this one, and this one was the newest one I bought. It's not that full as I don't have that much in there. I used to have them in 2 black binders, but I gave the other black binder to Chanbin. I just put some cards in here. These are older cards. It still has a ton of room in it. But yeah. So now I just have plenty of space for them. So they're going to continue to grow faster than all the other collections. We'll just see how it goes. I guess whatever I could pick up for the 2 of them or for them with whatever. So, but like I said, it's it will be easier now because I won't be buying a bunch of binders because I have space. I actually have space for them. This is my huge binder, and I did think about, I will tell you guys this, I did think about putting all the album cards in the biggest binders, but I said no, that would be too much work, and that will just pretty much, like, you know, I bought the bias binders so I could put them in better binders. So it wouldn't make sense to move them in these, even though there's nothing wrong with these binders. They're very much okay, but that would be just so much work, and I don't know why you want to do that. I hope it doesn't cut it off. Let's see. So I had, oh no, I think it's fine. Yay. Sorry about the glare again. I'll try to move it so you can see. So this is when I knew that the two of them were going to blow up. So I did buy 2 of these. So like I said, they have the most binders out of everybody. So these are these pages. So I used to spend a whole lot of time and money putting together these pages. So like I have a spread for both of them. So this is Sunwa's spread for Deja Vu, because Deja Vu is somewhat still king for me. And then I have Yosan's. Yosan's is just across the board for all the Fever versions, pretty much 1 through 3. So these are all Yosan's cards for those eras. These are all hollows for both of them. So these are like all their pairs. They're for different eras. They're not all the same era, if you can see that difference. This is all spin-off. So these are the pairs for spin-off. These are my cutesy sets, or anything they're holding, or just cute cards. So this is my spread of cute cards. I guess this is blonde hair, the blonde hair spread, as they both have blonde hair. Funny colored hair, so pink and red, and then for Yosan, it's the light minty blue he had for movement. It's pretty much just movement. All the cards I have for movement, they don't match. That's the other thing. So they're not pairs. Some of them are pairs, some of them are not. But yeah, I don't have a duplicate of flower card for Sunwa. I think there's another cutesy spread here. Yeah, I think so. And then brown-haired Sunwa, and then Yosan and hats. That's what these are. As you can see, I love colored sleeves also, so just kind of break up the monotony of the black binder. I did do different color sleeves on some of them. This is just pairs for aesthetic. They don't match. Like some of it's not okay or limitless. Some of it's movement. Some of it's from Fever Epilogue, you know, bouncy, whatever. This is all, or mostly Paradigm. A lot of it's Paradigm at the top. So some of them match, some of them don't. Ooh, I forgot to fix this. So some of these, I had a full page, but this is where some of them came from when I was moving Sunwa and Yosan with, you know. So I need to fix this. And then you have a spread. I'm not sure what the spread is. This is just both of them. At this time, by the time I got to this page, I stopped doing full spreads. I just put the 2 cards together. like whatever they were. See, you can see they're a mix. They're a horrible mix too. This is mostly Outlaw. This is all Outlaw on this side. And then this is a mix of Will and Movement and Outlaw. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So that's the first binder. So yes, I have a bunch and I have more. So the idea was, before I decided to become triple biased, was every time that I wanted to fill up the Mondo Deco binders and give myself space in the Mondo Deco binders, that I would just move them into these bigger binders. So here's the last bigger binder. I do have other ATEEZ binders, but they are larger inclusion, other large inclusion binders. So they're basically the postcards, and I think everybody's seen the postcards. So I think, will I show the postcards? I guess I will at least show the postcards. But there are other ATEEZ binders I have with, like, what do you call those? Lomo cards and things like that, and I'm not going to show those. But I think I will pull out the postcards just for nostalgia, I guess. I think I recently counted 18 ATEEZ binders. I might be off, and I'll just put the actual number up there. But it's somewhere between 15 and 25 for just ATEEZ all overall. And you don't need to see all those. Believe me, you don't need to see them. Okay, but these are like just the main ones. This is the last big binder, or the last binder before we get to the larger inclusions. So I bought this recently because the other binder was running out of space. So I bought this one. And so this is mostly like just Will. There's probably some Golden Hour in here too. Also Outlaws. Like that Mondo Deco binder used to be just Outlaw. Like mostly Outlaw. So a lot of Outlaw came out of there. And then Will. Because as they started to get more accessible for us to buy, that means that the cards got cheaper. So it's not like with Treasure or Fever eras where a lot of those cards you might not be able to find. But the Movement and Golden Hour cards were a lot cheaper. So yeah, so they don't really, you know, a lot of these cards. I think maybe this one I know I spent a good penny on too. But a lot of these cards are just, you know, they were $10 to $15, or I can claim them in a go. And they weren't that expensive. So, yeah. See, this don't match at all. This was just to fill up the page. I mean, this is like their Japanese cards from Treasure, and then Dreamers, and then from Paradigm. So I just have them on that same page. So yeah, so now it's basically with these binders, just put them in here because you're moving them out of the main two. So that's what they're for now. Okay, that's it. That is all for these. All right. So, for, like I said, for nostalgia purposes, I will go through the postcards binder. Now the KQ has gotten back to giving us postcards. I'm part of a Discord, and a lot of people became Atiny's around Bouncy era or Gorilla era, so they don't remember the postcards or didn't see the postcards. and they watch my channel. So these are the original postcards that we used to get in albums. KQ went back to the postcards for Golden Hour. I do not have all the postcards for Golden Hour Part 2, by the way. So they're not in this binder. This binder is full. They are in another plain binder. But these are from Treasure Era. So I'll show you what I did for these. The pages are from a company called, oh gosh, what is it called? I'll put it up there. So I was going to say Meow Cafe. It is not Meow Cafe, but it's another M in their name. But they fit these cards perfectly. This is how big these cards used to be. KQ never does anything the same size, which is why it is just so irritating to collect their larger inclusions, because every era it seems like their larger inclusions are different sizes, and then it's really irritating. Like these are actually pages I torn out, so these were not postcards. When I first started standing ATEEZ and getting into collecting things, I was pretty much okay with tearing shit up. So I had an extra, what is it? No, it's Action. Whatever the one with Answer is. They did the Holo concept, so I wanted to put the Holo concept in here. And then here is for Wave and Illusion. These. So, Treasure Part 3. And this is from Wonderland. So, Wonderland was what actually got me into ATEEZ. So, I kept all the postcards for Wonderland era. See how different they are? You see how big these things are? It's ridiculous. The difference between these and those other ones is they did different size postcard every single era, which was ridiculous. But they are nice. Let's see. Went for Answer. We went back to the small one. So, yes. Much as I abhor KQ sometimes, the one thing that I do appreciate about KQ is just the fact they put ATEEZ together. I will always be grateful to KQ for finding these 8 wonderful young men and putting them together. Do they do a lot of things wrong? Yes, they do. But I think for the most part, the guys are happy with KQ. You know, there's never going to be like absolute lovey-dovey things, because there's a lot of discourse about Eden on the channel, and I'm not on the channel, on a Twitter, and I'm not going to get into it. What I will say is that from what it seems on the surface, and we'll never know unless they tell us, they seem to have a very good working relationship with their managers and with their staff. And as much as we don't like some of the things they do or how they do things, as long as they're happy, that's what's important first. Now, if things change because they're not happy, then we will know sometime probably late this year, early next year, because that's when contract renewal probably starts. So, but for right now, just you having a conniption about any members of the staff or Eden or whatever. I mean, yes, say your piece if you want, but I mean, getting personal with the staff and, you know, attacking Eden and his new wife and all that stuff, that's ridiculous. I need you to chill on that, okay? Because that's just not right. And regardless of how much that you don't appreciate Eden because, you know, Yosan and Wooyeon don't get enough lines, and you know, the whole discourse. I definitely agree with it. It's not that I don't agree with it. I definitely agree with that. I think that there could be some changes made. But where I draw the line is when you start getting personal with people and threatening their livelihood and their family. You would not want that, okay? So don't do that, period. So, yeah, sorry. I just had to put that out there. I'm so sick and tired of people being mean to Eden. And it doesn't make sense. I mean, yes, you can definitely disagree with his method, but don't be mean to him. He's still a human being, regardless. And you're not working with him, ATEEZ is working with him. And if ATEEZ sees a problem with how he does things, then KQ will make the change. And yeah, that's it. Leave Eden and his family alone, because that's just not right. It's just really toxic behavior, and it's nasty. You know, just people just have to start thinking like, would I want somebody to do this to me and my family? And if the answer is no, then shut up, okay? I'm sorry. I just had to say that. I don't know how many people watch my channel. It doesn't really matter. Everybody watches my channel. I appreciate it. Everybody who subscribes, I appreciate it. I don't really like to go on long rants, but I was just so upset when I found out that people were actually threatening Eden with bodily harm and trying to find his wife. I mean, just come on. That's crossing the line. That's not helping Yosan and Wooyoung at all. Just chill the fuck out, okay? All right. But yeah, these are the postcards. So they're all... KQ always does these different sizes. They're just ridiculous with how they don't keep things the same size. But yeah, so that was all Fever and Treasure. Then for, what was it, Movement, we did not get, for Spinoff and Movement, we did not get postcards. But then we started getting postcards again for Outlaw. So these are the Outlaw postcards. And I do have all of these for Outlaw. And they were colorful. And these are all the drawings. They're really nice. And then these are the postcards for... Oh, these were Outlaw too. Yes. These were Outlaw also. And then these are the ones for Will. I think I do have all these. Yes, I think I have all these. So these were the last ones I put in here for Will. And I want to say that my golden hour ones are in the other binder, I think. But yes, yeah, so then they got smaller. See how small they are and how nice they fit in these BCW pages. They fit great in here. But yeah, so these are all for Will. Okay, now you know what they look like. The start of ATEEZ is what they look like. And these folders are called Japanese folders. I just put them in here as like separators. So yes, that's what they're. Okay. I did not want to buy another one of these. So when I moved all of my ATEEZ stuff around, between moving them out of the plain binders, I started to use the regular binders. Yeah, the golden hour cards are in here. Okay, so this is actually large inclusions binder number 2. I do have a really big one, so that's the last one I'll go through. So we're gonna do this backwards because the golden hour cards are in here. This is someone's art that they did. I'll show you their name in a minute because it's on the back. There's a person who did the art, so I have quite a few art pieces from them. So a lot of this stuff is like miscellaneous. It's coming out the pages. This is why I hate larger inclusions, especially since ATEEZ does all different sizes of larger inclusions. you have to buy different size pages, and yeah, so a lot of this is just not in order. It's mishmash. It's whatever will fit in the pages I had. So as you can see, there's my other art piece from the same artist, and here's a specific thing here. There's a Polaroid. So some of this is from the tour, from Break the Wall tour. So it's from that set that we got. Some of it's from Fellowship. And just anywhere I could find a spot where it would kind of fit. Oh, and these are from Golden Hour Part 2. This is a postcard I got with my t-shirt. Here's the pages that I used to use for the binders, so I kept these in here too. Here are the Golden Hour postcards. So this is for 1, and then I think I have stored the ones I had for 2, but like I said, I haven't. Yeah, they are in here. I don't have all of them, and I'm not going to worry about getting all of them. So I will put the postcards and the Polaroids in here for Golden Hour Part 3. So I'm not going to store those on camera because I don't store larger inclusions on camera. And these are all for Golden Hour Part 1. And this is a complete set. And then, so you'll see empty spots for Golden Hour Part 2 because those are the ones I'm missing. So as you can see, I'm missing Hanjun. If you guys have these and you'd like to help me complete the set, let me know. I'll put my Instagram up there so you can let me know if you have them. And I will gladly take them off your hands for a decent price. Same thing, missing Hanjun. Hanjun doesn't love me. So I'm missing 2 of Hanjun's cards. I think, yeah, it's him. I think I'm only missing like 4. I know I'm missing Wu Yang, I think, in this set too. Yeah, see, I'm missing Wu Yang. So I'm missing 2 Hanjun's, Wu Yang. And then for this one, I'm missing San. Yes, I'm missing San for this one. So yeah, so that's it for Golden Hour Part 2. And then these are just the posters, the ones that I didn't put in when I originally had. If you look back on my old videos, you'll see these pages. When I used to have them in the regular binders, I made pages for them. So these are all the posters in the page, but you saw Wu Yang's in his binder and Yuno's in his binder. So these are just the rest of them. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So you also notice that I pretty much don't throw away anything with ATEEZ's faces on it. So I keep everything. Basically. All right. This thing. So this is like, oh gosh, this is mostly like fan kit stuff and season's greetings, and so everything that is not in that is not a card and that was not in a DVD is in this thing. This binder is so heavy, and that's another reason why I don't store larger inclusions on camera, is because this binder is massive, and I don't like putting this binder up on the desk because it's heavy. So, but this is basically everything that they put, you know, from fan kits. Like I said, fan kits and season's greetings that is not a card is in this binder. So everything that is from 2nd gen through 5th gen will be in here, and then the new fan kit stuff I'm going to put in that other binder I just showed you. because there is literally, I mean, I might be able to get the 6th gen in here. I mean, there is some more space. But I mean, I got another binder, so why try to fill this binder anymore? Honestly. The setups I've seen from, like, if you watch Aurora is my child's channel, she has such great looking setups for the large inclusions. And, you know, I've thought about it. I'm like, you know, I really should try to take care of my large inclusions a little bit better, but I don't want to spend the money on large inclusions because I hate them. So I nixed that idea pretty quickly. So yeah, so some of this stuff is not, it's probably gonna be falling out the minute I start moving pages, so I apologize for that. But I love ATEEZ, but I don't love large inclusions. So just anything I can find to put these things in, I put them in. so like this one's in a 4-pocket page. I mean, you know, this was in the 3rd gen kit. I don't take off the stickers, so here's the stickers for the 3rd gen kit. This was from the 4th gen kit. So this is my favorite one. This was the Tarot one. And these are all the big postcards, or poster cards rather. And KQ gives us a lot. To their credit, they give us a ton of stuff in the fan kit. I have seen things to fit these things in, but like I said, I don't care about them enough to put them in anything better, so sorry. Yeah, so these are part of the fan kit too. They give us a ton of stuff, and I've already seen some of the stuff for the new fan kit, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's everybody thought, well, not everybody, but some people thought it was like something that had to do with Clue, which would have been great because I do love the Clue board game, but it turned out that it was like a hotel thing, and I've seen some of the pictures and they are adorable. So I can't wait to look at that stuff. So hopefully I actually, it says it's coming tomorrow through DHL. So hopefully it will be tomorrow and I'll be able to film it and go through it. I'm pretty excited about that. Yes, these were all these tarot cards. I swear to God, these, I mean, they stay in here just fine until you start moving the pages around. So I am sorry that they're just all kind of jumping around. But like I said, I can't be bothered with those things. Now, here's the 5th gen set. So this is last year's set. And this time, everything was a decent size, so I was happy with this. So I hope that they don't have a bunch of different size things in this new one. But yeah, everything was basically the same size, which I love. And here's the Polaroid. So our top 2 is in the Polaroid together. I love that. And then here's all season's greeting stuff. So you can tell my horrible ass collage because I don't do collage as well. But I did get, I think this was, I said it's always a year ahead. So I want to say, what does it say on the back? I want to say this was 2020. Let's see. They've been here so long, they're sticking together. I think this is 2021. It came out in 2020, but it was the 2021 set. I always get this mixed up. I want to say this is 2021. So this was the first season's greetings I bought. Or is this the one my son bought me? I think my son bought me this one actually. So yeah, the theme was ATEEZ Company. I didn't cut these out. I just left them together. Then this was the second one. So this is one. Yep. So that was right. So that was 2021. This is 2022. And this was like throwback Y2K theme, which was so cute. Really love this. So they have like flip phones and stuff like that. I mean, darn well this stuff came out before they were born. Let's see. And this is 2023 season's greeting. So this was the prom and boyfriendy set. These posters are really flimsy. Since I don't really look through this binder, I keep forgetting like some of the quality on some of this stuff is really, really sus. The pictures are amazing. They look amazing. And then they had these 4 cuts. So these 4 cuts here too for all the members. And then there's the IDs. And then here's the season's greetings for 2024. So this is the last, the one before the Rockstar set came out. So this was my favorite one till the Rockstar set came out. This is all the postcards for that. Pie-haired Wooyoung, a favorite. So it was a criminal, like kind of cop criminal thing. And here's the start of the latest one. So this is the Rockstar one. So they gave us a ticket and all these little cute inclusions. These were adorable, these ID, but as you can see, I never cut the IDs out, so I just leave them whole. And then here's the mini posters. So they have a front and back to them. Ah, love that. This kind of satisfied my desire for ATEEZ to do a Rockstar set. A Rockstar theme, I mean. The closest we got was Gorilla, but then they did this and I loved it, but I'm still wanting them to do a rock concept with rock music to go along with it. I hope that's coming because I like the way the bridge and the song at the end of I was supposed to say Lemon Hour. Lemon Drop sounds. Here's the poster. I was going to put the poster up, but it would mean I would have to take one of them down, so I just left it in here for right now. And then here's the rest of the DVD miscellaneous stuff. So this is the stuff that came in the Ultimate package. I haven't done the Ultimate VIP, but a friend of mine did, and they sent me their postcards, so I appreciate that. So I just stored them. These are the Polaroids from the Work to Live. I dismantled that thing and got rid of mostly everything, but I kept the set, and I kept my bias line for some of the other stuff. Here's the postcards here from the Work to Live. So I basically, like I said, got rid of mostly everything and kept a few things for OT8 in my bias line. These are from the summer photo book from, or was that from this Fever Diary? No, this is from the summer photo book from 2022, I think. I'm guessing that, well, I don't know, it's June. We might still have a photo book for this year. I was going to say, I don't know if we're going to have a photo book for this year, but knowing KQ, they just might drop one. They have so many other things out there, but that doesn't stop them. And then here's some more DVD stuff, birthday stuff with it. And here's the postcards from Soundcheck from 2022 that went with that set I had earlier. Second anniversary concert during COVID, so we got a lot of online content. And that was what that card said, was the extended edition. So that's what that's from. Here's some stickers from a summer photo book. This is also from the extended edition, these postcards. So yeah. I never go through this binder. So because I never go through this binder, a lot of this stuff is sticking on there nicely. Here's some Teesmon things. And then these are just some things I got from a pack of Lomos or something. Like just the stuff you would buy at a K-pop store. It just has ATEEZ's faces on it. Okay. And then here's some cute stickers. That is it. So let's try, I don't know. Do I have anything I want to leave it on in here? Let's go back. Hold on. For a nice ending shot. Oh boy. I don't have anything really. Everything is by member. I don't really have anything OTA. Let's just turn it to Sunwa and leave it there, even though he's on the right side of the page and not the left. This is my favorite. Ooh, okay, there we go. Let's just leave it on Soft Hanjun and Rockstar Sunwa. Okay, well that will do it. So that was my, everything is basically a photo card. That is a real photo card was in there. Thank you so much for joining me through going through all of my photo card like things and my larger inclusions. I didn't talk a lot until the end, where I went on kind of a rant regarding Eden, but I think I needed to get it out there. I mean, I've been saying it on Twitter too. So sorry about that. But at least it wasn't too long. But I guess that's just me. I'm just so much of a mom. I am a mom. Both of my kids are basically grown. So now that I'm like, you know, when I talk to younger Atinis or, you know, people who are like slightly younger than me, the mom comes out. And when I see people doing stupid stuff, I have to call it out. So I am really sorry. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this 18th anniversary. I am so happy, and I think I said this before I got into the rant about Eden, for all the wrong things that KQ does. I appreciate them for putting ATEEZ together and getting these 8 men together. They are 8 wonderfully talented, handsome men, and I am so grateful to Sean and the rest of the staff for putting together this group. I love this group. They are my second all-time favorite group under Duran Duran. Duran Duran's my all-time favorite. Nobody's going to touch them. but these guys are next in line. I just absolutely adore them. And I'm so proud to be a Atiny. I'm so happy for everything that we've accomplished for them. And despite the fact that a lot of us are not too happy about what has happened with Golden Hour Part 3, let's please support them, because this is who we love. We love these 8 guys. So this is who we really do all this for. This is who we bitch and moan about things, to KQ about. We want them to be successful. We want them to get all the accolades. We want them to be happy most of the time. And they're very competitive guys. They want to win things. So please do what you can to support them. And usually that's mostly by buying things. But there are other ways to support. If you have any questions about anything that I've shown, anything that's in my collection, anything that I didn't show, I don't know, just things that you generally want to know about my collection, or anything that I've had, anything I have for ATEEZ, then drop me a line on my Instagram. If you have those other 4 cards I'm missing, then yes, please let me know. I would love to complete those cards. But I just wasn't willing to pay $3 and $4 for postcards on Neokio, because that just doesn't make sense. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.